Hello and welcome to the Jurassic Coast. So yes, we are on the Jurassic Coast today, and I'm going to be running you through 6 of the most famous attractions and landmarks that you can see on the coast. Now, the first 4 of these are within a 1-hour hike of each other, so if you fancy an epic, scenic coastal hike from Durdle Door here all the way to Loliworth Cove, then that's something that you can definitely do. And then all the other things we're visiting are spread all around the Jurassic Coast, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you enjoy, and let's begin. You excited, Ellie?
Very.
Yeah.
It's a nice door.
It's the best door. So the Jurassic Coast is a World Heritage Site in Dorset, and there's over 180 million years of history around here. Due to constant coastal erosion in this area, there are many fossils constantly being uncovered. And yeah, as I say, the best place to start your hike is right here. The most famous landmark of them all, possibly, Durdle Door. Is it warm enough to swim, Ellie?
No.
No?
No, do you see? I have a jumper and a coat.
It is a little cold, but that's the good thing.
We saw someone doing it.
Someone's brave enough. I mean, we are in England, there's always someone, even in December.
Yes, and then they would wonder why they have pneumonia.
So Durdle Door is a natural limestone arch, and it's believed to be over 140 million years old. In fact, at various points in its life, the Jurassic Coast has been at times a tropical forest, a marshland, and a desert, so there really is some amazing, interesting history here. Scientists predict that eventually the roof of Durdle Door will erode away, leaving only a single pillar, and there's already a lot of other rock pillars along the coast, so really, maybe Durdle Door is just the last surviving of many. And another really interesting thing to see that is literally right next to Durdle Door is Manor Beach. As you can see from this video here, the stairs down to Durdle Door split into 2, and you can either go left to Manor Beach or right to Durdle Door. So yeah, you've got 2 options really, which is great. Another thing Jurassic Coast is really well known for is its fossils. So if you are into fossil hunting and you want to have a go at finding one, I hear that Charmouth Beach is a really great place to go around Lyme Regis. Another really interesting fact that I found is, if you ever heard the tongue twister, she sells seashells on the seashore, that is about Mary Anning, who is a famous fossil hunter who lived in Lyme Regis, and most of her fossil discoveries were found on the Jurassic Coast, probably around this area. Can you say that, Ellie?
She sells seashells.
No, you can't even say it once. Go on, go on. All eyes on you.
She sells she sells.
No, that's not it. Seashells.
She sells seashells on the seashore.
Right, that's not very impressive. But well done, good attempt. Let's all clap. Well done. Subscribe just for that incredibleness. That's what you get more of if you subscribe here. Another thing I want to say is thank you. Since my last video, I have hit my 500 subscriber milestone, which is one of the milestones I had when first starting YouTube. So thank you for everyone who has subscribed. And if you haven't, and you enjoyed that entertainment gold,
subscribe to Alex Travels on YouTube.
Right, let's carry on our hike and let's get to our next attraction on this epic coastline. So now we are approaching Loliworth Cove. We've just done the hike. It's not actually that hard. There's a few ups and downs.
But it's not bad.
But nah, I think as long as you can walk standard, you'll be able to do it. Okay, so here we are right now at Stair Hole, which is kind of like the little brother to Loliworth Cove, which is just right, I can see it right now, you can't. So Loliworth Cove, I would say, is probably the second most popular attraction on this sort of Jurassic Coast coastline area, and it's almost perfectly circular, and it's another thing that's constantly changing. But because it's a cove, it means the waves are extremely calm, and if you're coming in the summer and you fancy a swim, I feel like this is a really great place, along with Durdle Door, to get in the sea and enjoy yourself. And where I am right now, Stair Hole, as I said, it's like the little brother of Loliworth Cove, and that's because this is how Loliworth Cove would have looked like, you know, many years ago. Due to the waves, it's constantly eroding and getting larger and larger and larger, so it would have much looked like this. I think Jurassic Coast is home to some of the best coastal scenery that I have ever seen. You would agree with that, wouldn't you, Ellie?
Yes, it is. It's very nice. I like it.
It's lovely. And this wall?
Ellie review 10 out of 10.
What time is it now?
It's Christmas time.
Now, another thing which I unfortunately cannot show you in this video, but I am literally looking at it from a distance right now, is the fossil forest. It's a real shame we can't see it, but it is located inside a firing range which is inaccessible on weekdays. So any weekend pretty much it is available for you to visit and nice and open, but just make sure you check the website online before. But even though I can't show it to you in this video, I highly recommend you do a bit of research into it if you're interested in prehistoric things. But the good thing is that next we are heading to the famous Isle of Portland, and apparently we can see some fossilized forest parts over there as well. So now it is later on in the day and we are now at Chisel Beach, which is an extremely unique beach. As you can probably tell from behind me, it's kind of double-sided in a way. So what we're visiting in this segment is the Isle of Portland. We have just gone through Weymouth, which is this city over here. This harbour gets amazing views over where we were earlier this morning, which was right over there. But yeah, Chisel Beach, really unique and kind of very rugged beach. Maybe not the best for sunbathing, but good for exploring. So yeah, let's head to the Isle of Portland. So here we are next to the Portland Bill Lighthouse. Don't worry, we're going to get closer, we're just on the way down. The sun's come back out, which is great, and the Isle of Portland kind of carries on with the ruggedness and sort of nature wildlife aspect of Chisel Beach. So I think this would be an incredible place to come to watch the sunset. We were going to do that, but because of the standard British weather, we had to change our plans around a little bit, but still it's great to be here and see this awesome looking thing. Hello and welcome to a small interlude to the video. I didn't plan to put this in, but we have just stumbled across something extremely interesting, completely by accident, something that I don't think many people really know about at all. We have found some old dinosaur footprints. They are owned by the National Trust. They are a little bit of a challenge to find. They're in the middle of a very industrial, quarry-filled area, but it is listed on Google Maps and you can see it, and I'm here right now and I would totally suggest it. It is so interesting and incredible. So a little bit of history. The tracks that are left here, probably left by the Brachiosaurus, which is some of the largest animals that have ever walked on Earth. And this specific area in which we are standing 145 million years ago used to be closer to a freshwater lagoon, because the Jurassic Coast used to be covered by coastal forests, swamps, lagoons and salt flats, and over time different layers of rock were laid down all around those environments, which trapped and buried the remains of the dinosaurs' footprints here. So then obviously millions of years later, when humans came to quarry this, they have been uncovered again, and this one thankfully has been really well preserved. Okay, so now for the final thing we're visiting in this video, we are at some of the most easterly points of the Jurassic Coast, and we are visiting the Old Harry Rocks. So these are 3 chalk columns, and there's actually some really interesting stories as to why they're called the Old Harry Rocks. The first one is that the devil used to sleep on the rocks. Devil also known as Old Harry, so that's where they get their name. That's idea one. The next idea is that they were named after the infamous Harry Hay, who was a famous pirate from Poole who used to hide behind the rocks and use them to ambush ships that were passing by. And the third is that during a Viking raid back in the 9th century, a storm hit and a man named Earl Harold was drowned and turned into a pillar of chalk. So there you go, there's 3. I don't know which one your favourite is. Mine, I think, is the pirate one. But I think any folklore is really interesting to learn about nonetheless. And there's some really incredible scenery around these rocks, as well as a really, really nice 1-mile walk to get there over some really flat, nice, friendly terrain, so you can chill. We're walking there now. It's early in the morning. It's probably about 9:30, I think. So it's a nice way to start the day and chill out. And so there we are. That is our top things to visit on the Jurassic Coast. I hope you enjoyed. What should everybody do?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. I'll be posting another video very soon. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. And
Have
goodbye.
a good one.
Have a good one.